Hey guys, I'm David, and in this mini course, we're going to talk all about communication. All right, so communication is an important piece for your classroom. Now, why is it important? Communication will be an important piece in the personalized learning because it's such a different environment. You got to be able to communicate the difference with parents. Parents will want to know what is going on as things change. And to take advantage of student devices at home, you also need to have great communication and access for students. How does the technology help here? First off, technology lets you communicate easily and in many different ways. It allows you to truly have that classroom without walls. It's also great PR for you as you can accentuate the positives of your classroom and the learning. So, some communication rules. First off, have as many communication avenues as you can handle. You never know what people would use, especially in today's world. So have as many as you can handle. And it's okay to cut and paste from one to the other. Second, consider having a website, which gives you lots of flexibility on format. This does not mean you have to abandon an LMS like Edmodo. Just use them together. Consider having a special group or section for parents to communicate their needed info, not just the student needed info. And if using pictures, don't put students' faces in them. So one of the ways to communicate is definitely to have a website. So tools to build a website. The main tool I suggest to build a website is called Weebly. And you can go to education.weebly.com. And it's a website builder that allows you to create almost anything you want. And it allows you to easily drag and drop items into your website. You can add a special parent section, calendar, all of the assignments, and anything else you want to put on that website to communicate to both your parents and your students. Some other tools to communicate. Remind. Well, in today's world, text messages is the way kids and even parents communicate. Remind allows you to text safely without the student seeing your phone number and without you seeing theirs. Basically, you do it all through their app, and so you don't have any real connection with their phone. It's through their app. And it's a great way to communicate reminders like test. You could also have a parent group set up so you can message parents directly. Another great way to communicate is Twitter. Many teachers have class Twitter accounts to communicate the positives that happen within their classroom. You could also use a hashtag, which is basically the pound sign followed by a phrase that everyone knows so that they can follow the classroom that way. It's also a great way for you to learn about instructional technology. There's lots and lots of different resources and ways to build a PLN on Twitter. Google Plus. Google Plus can be a great way to communicate in schools. Google Plus is basically Google's version of Facebook. And where it's really good is that you can put parents and students in their own circle. And what that means is you can send a message directly just to that circle. And so you can basically have a parent group that sends a message directly to that parent group. And also, it's fairly easy to get going as most people already have a Google account. They just don't know they have a Google Plus account. So you just have to have some directions on how to connect with Google Plus. Selly. Selly is a tool that helps you create a private social network, and it could be a great cool tool to communicate with parents and clubs as you go through the year. You can also send messages and polls through Selly. And finally, Edmodo. Edmodo is a great way to communicate. It depends completely on how you use it. If you have parents connected, you can post assignments and you can keep up with due dates. There's lots of different ways that you can connect people to Edmodo and use Edmodo as a tool to communicate.